You came up with this whole hashtag, this whole movement that blessed my heart to hear you say, educate our men. And, and I was like, wow, that touched me because, as and there's no secret, I'm a black man. And as an African-American man, there are certain things that I just feel as a man that I really wish I had education on in my 20s, in my teenager years, that as a man, I really wish at 36 years old today, I knew. I want to talk about that today because oftentimes we talk to our ladies, we talk to, married couples, we talk to teenagers. Why did you come up with that hashtag? Why did you come up with this movement on hashtag educate our men?
Well, interestingly enough, we went with the intention of doing what you just said, and that was starting another initiative for women. And in 20 minutes in the conversation, it was very clear to us that men were the ones who needed support, nurturing, guidance, help, and we immediately shifted gears. So we had planned out this whole initiative to help women and so on and so forth. And the truth is, what you said really just stood back out and hit me in the heart again, because who is speaking to our men?
Let's dive deeper, Dr. Lynn. Let's give men practical things they should be doing with their money and with their just in their life generally to set them up to be strong men. Because we know this. I'm single and I desire to be married. And the number one cause for divorce is finances. And so if I can come to the table with finances not being a problem, that means my relationship starts off stronger than the average marriage. So what would you say? I know what I would say for number one, but what would you say would be the number one thing men have to be doing now when it comes to their finances or in life around finances to be successful in the future?
So I might come from a slightly different angle, but I know what you're thinking. I know where you're going, but you told me to dive deep. So that's where I'm going to. The very first thing that I would say for any man is to take off the layers of insecurity that you may have had growing up, because life puts so many expectations, and the man is supposed to be the one to chase the girl, and the girl doesn't like him, and then his feelings are hurt, but you're never supposed to show any emotion, and this, that, and the other. And so because you're not supposed to show any emotion, then you get a little harder, and then maybe you get a little harder than you want to be, and then you hurt somebody else. And so the first thing I would say is to let go of the hurt, let go of the pain. Know that you are valuable and know that you are valid. And the biggest thing is this. Everything that we got as a kid really isn't even anything that we can measure adulthood by. But unfortunately, we take our childhood experiences and they go into adulthood. Let me just give you an example.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I graduated from high school and went to one of the, nation's top universities. The only thing I had been ever measured by was my intellect. My intellect. So I thought going into adulthood that my intellect would make me successful. Well, I was broke as a joke. Had 50,000 credit cards. Credit was all jacked up. So how smart are you really, Lynn Richardson? Like, it wouldn't. Okay. So I spiraled downward and, hit the rock bottom, and, I was living check to Monday, and that's worse than check to check. Check to check means you have enough money from one payday to the next.
Yeah.
Check to Monday is a whole nother game. You get paid on Friday, kick it on the weekend. You broke on Monday.
Come on now.
Pay on your past bills.
You talking. I was living check to Thursday, so I'm with you.
Don't get me started on check to yesterday, okay? Before you got paid, you was broke, and after you got paid, you was broke. Okay? Your account was in the negative before and after you got paid.
Before and after.
Yeah. So when you enter independence, okay, you're a man. And so now you're expected, the females are coming at you or not, or they expect you to drive a certain car. They expect you to have a certain amount of money. So then there's more defense.
Come on.
All of that. It starts to build up defense. And let me tell you what happens right there. The moment you become defensive, you get distracted. You get distracted. Your dream. You can't make your dream come true distracted. You can't make your dream come to fruition distracted. You can't get your money distracted. You can't build your world-class enterprise distracted.
See, you talking because that's what happened to me. I was distracted.
Yes.
I wanted to impress the lady.
Come on.
I had to have the car per the world. You know, and back in the days, you know this because you know you're wiser than me. Not only did you have to have a car, but you was balling when you had spinner wheels on your car.
Come on now, don't get me started. The $5,000 rims. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like my rims was worth more than my car. I was distracted from my dreams because I couldn't, like I really couldn't focus on where I was going because I was focused on trying to impress people. I was distracted. You talking? So I see what you mean now, that we have to be focused on our dreams. We can't be distracted.
Yeah, so that's a distraction. All of that, none of that is going to lead you anywhere. And unfortunately, I see many of our men living out their 20s that way, their 30s that way, their 40s that way, and finally in their 50s, it's like, okay, wait a minute, where's my life? So the first thing is to get rid of the distraction. And so let me tell you how this played out in my marriage. I've been married for 25 years. So my husband had a tracker. He had a red tracker. And then after we got together, he bought a Blazer. And the first thing he wanted to go get on the Blazer was the rims that you talked about. But this is what I said to him. I don't want you to get rims because I don't want you to be a target. Yeah, I don't want you to get rims. See, so my other girlfriends, the guy had to have a certain car, a certain this, no, now you're a target.
Yeah.
So A, I want you to get rid of the distraction. And then B, I want you to get rid of anything that's going to make you a target. Okay? So now that you're not distracted and you're not a target, you have nowhere to go but up. You have nowhere to go but to the top. You have nowhere to go. And so at this point, it's not about the degree that you have. It's not about the level of intellect. It's about your grind. It is about your grind. So what I would say to a young man just starting out who's feeling good about himself, and then once you get rid of the distraction of trying to impress women, and no disrespect, but then trying to impress other guys. Because the other guys your age, they've got the car, they've got all the girls, they've got all the. Let me tell you something. A guy who is floating around the world every day with a nice car and 6 or 7 ladies that he's sleeping with is not happy. No. You ain't happy.
He ain't happy.
You ain't happy.
He ain't happy.
You're not happy.
Nah.
You're not happy.
Yep.
You're distracted.
Yep.
You're distracted.
Yep.
So I understand the power of focus. The sun can light up the entire world. It can light up all of us without burning anybody up. And so it's got a lot of power, but it's spread out. Yeah. But when you take the power of the sun and put it into a beam, it'll cut through a building. So as a man, you want to take your power and you want to put it into a beam so it can cut through your dreams. So it can cut through debt, cut through depression, cut through destruction, cut through distraction. Because let me tell you what you are. You're a conqueror. You're born a conqueror. You're a conqueror. You're a conqueror. You're a protector. What are your gifts? Do you draw well? Do you sing well? Do you build things? Do you fix cars? I don't care what it is, but find your gift. Yeah. And grind that gift. If I was a man, young man, and I'm trying to figure out, first of all, I would have no debt. Okay.
Come on.
I would work 8 jobs.
Oh, you working 8 jobs?
I'd have 8 jobs. I'd leave one job, go to the next. Let me tell you, you could sleep when you dead. I would have 8 jobs and I would stack my cash. Okay?
Oh,
now, take your vitamins, drink your water, and have a low-carb diet, okay? Sugar will distract you too.
Avoid the debt and just grind as much as you can and stack your cash.
Stack your cash. Stack your cash because cash is king.